Welcome back to our intermission report here on New Digital Production. Spitfire Hockey, glad to have you with us. Dominic Papa along for the ride. And we're so excited to talk to this guy. Met him many years ago, had a chance to talk to him back then. And today I'm honored to talk some hockey with the head coach of the Windsor Spitfires, Coach Greg Walters. Coach, welcome to the broadcast. And great to see you again.
Yes, you too. Thanks for having me, Dom.
Yeah, you've been at this for quite a while now.
Yes.
I mean, as a player, but now you get into your coaching career is, pretty lengthy now too.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's time flies. I started coaching starting in 2002 when we met, and been lucky enough to keep going here and enjoying every minute of it.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, Coach, right away. What's tougher, being a player or coach?
I think it's honestly, I think it's coaching because you can't really control, what's going on, and as a player, you could. So it's just really just making sure that our practice habits are good, and we have an unbelievable group of kids here. Bill Bowler's done an unbelievable job of bringing in quality people, and we're really excited for the upcoming year.
Mm-hmm. You come into a situation, Coach Walters, where obviously the team didn't make the playoffs last year, and a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Hopefully some growth from that.
Yeah.
You hope you can change some of those negatives into a positive. When you arrived and started talking to GM Bowler and some of the players that you knew were going to come and return, what came to mind to you? What did you feel was going to be important to get this team going in the right direction right away?
Yeah, it's a great question, and honestly, going through it, and then understanding what happened last year, and we don't want to dwell on it. We want to learn from those situations. But honestly, once I got the job and was able to reach out to all the players that were coming back from last year's team, they were all so excited and motivated to learn and to get better, and I've heard the word embarrassed, and they didn't want that to happen ever again. So from day one that I came in and speaking with these kids, they're so motivated and want to learn and get better. And I can't tell you how impressed I am with every kid that's still here, and even the guys that had left. Their attention to detail and trying to get better. So, obviously, there's we have to bring down the goals against, and that was the number one factor coming in. So we've given the kids, a D zone, our breakouts, and our tracking and our rush coverage. Getting above the puck and not giving up odd man breaks, and we've done an amazing job with that. It's honestly, doing this for this long, these guys have picked it up, and their attention to detail of working on these three things, and that's really all we talked about. And we put up 6 goals in their first game and seven in our last game. We understand it's exhibition, and it's not teams playing their whole teams and stuff, but the attention to detail and the work ethic that these guys are getting, that if we defend harder, we'll get the puck back quicker, and we'll be able to score more goals, and they've done an amazing job.
Obviously, we're still in the exhibition season, but are you already talking to your assistants and GM Bowler, already kind of formulating even like lines and maybe almost an approach for each game with this team, like a style, like as a coach, I'm sure you want to put your stamp on this team.
Yeah.
Have you been able to establish that?
Yeah, and like I said, those 3 things are the most important things for me, because I know that we're going to score goals. They scored enough goals last year, and then adding Ilya Protas and Ethan Belchez and Tanias Mathura, and I mean, those are three huge pieces for this team. And you look, you try to look at depth charts through the league, and our top 9 and 10, 11 forwards right now are the 08 group are so impressive of how they can play, and that's a credit to Bill and Frank Abola of the drafting. So the forward group's great. All the defense coming back, and Hicksy coming in a second. This kid's compete levels off the chart. So really we're talking about just bearing down defensively, and we want to be a defensive defensive first team, but understanding that once we get the puck, let's go on offense. And I think if you look through the most successful coaches in our league, that's the approach.
You're obviously a very seasoned coach now, Coach Walters.
Yeah.
You're probably one of the older guys actually
yeah.
in coaching circles, which is a tribute to you that you've been able to
Yeah.
sustain a career in coaching, because it's tough today. That's for sure.
Yeah, it is.
From each center that you worked at, I'm sure you took something out of it. What do you hope to take out of Windsor? Obviously, we'd love to see you win a championship,
Yes,
but what do you hope to take out of it?
Yeah, honestly, just, like I said, Bill Bowler and Coach Brian O'Reilly, our sports guys, it's just such a different atmosphere around here, and everything is about, quality work and building relationships, and honestly, just the kids knowing that I have their back 100%, and obviously there's constructive criticism, but everything is a positive way of these kids. I just want them to get better every day, and I'm going to push them, to do that, and in a very fun environment. And that's honestly, it's been I can't tell you how I am impressed with. Right from the Savage brothers and Schwabi and Billy and Frank and just the whole staff, it's amazing.
And it's a pretty good hockey family. That's for
great,
sure.
Great.
You're a kind of grinded out kind of guy as a player. You were a hard nosed player. You didn't mind getting your nose dirty.
Yeah.
As a coach, you have that tough demeanor to you. The game's changed a lot, Coach. Yeah. How have you changed as the game has changed as a coach? Or we still have that same approach, but just maybe do it a little bit differently?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I believe that, we want to be very physical. We have the, if not the biggest team in the OHL this year. So we want to use that to our advantage. But that's on, 50-50 pucks, winning those battles. Obviously everybody wants everybody to stand up for their teammates, and that's the difference of toughness. Blocking a shot, going between the man and the boards to make a play. I mean, the fighting is out of the game, and I had to do it, and you go through the list of Boogie and Rights and DJ, like we all had to do it, and not one of us sits here and like that we liked it. So we did it for a job, and I think it's great for the game that they've minimized that to 3 fights each player. And that's enough. But the toughness part, comes from the things I talked about, blocking shots and winning puck battles and those sorts of things.
I think DJ liked it.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think so too.
No doubt about it. Is it more of a mental toughness now? Is that how much more important is that now?
Yeah, and more just just coming to practice and working extremely hard for 45 to an hour, and we got Rob Maggio here running the our conditioning. He's been amazing. The kids love him. Listen, these kids get everything they want here in Windsor, and their kitchen's full. They have breakfast here, and everything's here from them. We just ask them to compete and work hard, and to want to be a pro and want to be a player and move on to whatever level they can, and to put those efforts in.
What's going to be key for this team, Coach Walters? As you get the season started, and I'm sure, again, this league better as well as anybody. It comes in, parts. Each season is picked apart. What's going to be key for your team, and how do you pace it so that you finish where you need to finish and go to the next level?
I think, again, what we talked about is just, those 3 major factors of getting our goals against down. And we'll have a blueprint offensively, but we want our kids to be, creative and use their skill set. And we don't want to dump the puck all the time. So to me, there's 2 games, one when we have the puck and one when we don't. And we're going to work just as hard in both of those aspects. And like I said, coming in and putting the foundation of those 3 most important things of tracking and in D zone, and the kids have bought in tremendously, and they're having success offensively. So it's worked out great so far.
You've been doing this for a long time, Coach. How anxious are you? Is it a little bit different this time around for you? Because it's a new place for you. I always thought about you. One day you'd be in Windsor for some reason. Certainly great to have you here, but,
Yeah.
but is the anticipation a little bit different for you?
Yeah, it is, and I'm so excited to get this going. And like I said, the group of players and athletes that the organization has put here, you know, we'll be a playoff team, and we'll take a huge step here. Where we get to, you know, who knows? Those things are out of our control, but I do know that we'll be an extremely hard-working team, and our players will fight for each other and battle for each other, and I think the people of Windsor are really going to enjoy coming to watch this team play.
I think they're going to love having you on that bench, Coach.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So good to see you.
You too.
Wish you the best of luck, and it's about time that you arrived here in Windsor. So
thank you so much, Tom.
I think it's
I appreciate
going to
it.
be a win-win situation for us here.
Thank you so much.
One of the good guys, certainly one of the best coaches in the league, Greg Walters, helping us out here on this intermission report. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with our coverage of Spitfire hockey, We Digital Productions.